Rolling.
Rolling.
We're good? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call this meeting to order. If we can have Councilmember Camara lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. John, please take off your hat.
Oh, yes, sir.
Take off your hat, please. Put your right hand over your heart and repeat after me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. All right, roll call. Madam Secretary, that is your
Of course
department.
not, I didn't bring the, I left them in the car.
Okay, just take
No, I
one of
have them,
those.
but I left them in the car in a blue bag in the back seat. Shoot. No, I'll just do it on this, but I do need a copy of something with our stuff on it. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So, okay, we just have, Mr. Thomas,
I'm here.
but of course, and, oops, and Mr. Benjamin,
Here.
and Mr. Lazarovitz,
Joseph's here.
Joseph.
Here.
and I'm here. So, we have a quorum.
All right, we have a quorum and we can officially conduct business as the executive committee. Comments from the chair, I have nothing at this time. Public comment.
Yeah. What to say. Okay.
Donna, you have 30 minutes.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit
so we got the election coming up, so I hope, our elections will be coming up in March, but right now we got the Iowa going, so that's
give you a
very
pen, right?
exciting to Los Angeles, looking at the other states to see which way they go, see how the wind is shifting on the Republicans and especially the Republicans and unfortunately the Democrats. But anyway, I hope that we get our video conferencing back, because that's still something that will always be near and dear to me, because I want to be able to have Miriam go down and be able to, and Van Nuys, and be able to speak, because it's very difficult to go all the way downtown, and I hope if they do that, that we can, the city council will really look at the valley and fix the, clean up our streets, give us more trash cans, and so it's not overflowing, so it doesn't look so bad, and they don't ruin Van Nuys Boulevard with a bullet train or some odd thing that will go to the West LA, but the 788 is just great to me, you know. The bus that goes down Van Nuys Boulevard, down the Orange, down Oxnard is a great bus. So I guess that's it for right now.
Thank you, Donna. All right, Mr. Ziff. What's up, Stacy?
I wanted to talk about your closed circuit TV. You want that now? Or
Sure, we can hear
Yeah,
from it
no.
now, or
Fine.
Thanks, Stacy.
Well, it's going to be on the agenda. You want to talk during the agenda item?
it's entirely up to you. Do you know about it? You got suggestions for us?
I wanted to just let you know what happened to us in Sherman Oaks, because we had a very similar situation a few years ago. You have a very definite need for those cameras. They're going to do a good job, hopefully. The similar situation we had a few years ago, I would not have done it the same way we did it had we gone at it again. What happened at the time, the police department came to us, they went to the city council office, they said they needed $20,000 for closed circuit cameras. Coincidentally, the same number they're asking you for. We thought it was a good thing. They wanted to find who was doing graffiti, and they were going to move them around and see who was doing the graffiti. We came up with the $20,000. We gave it to the police department. 6 months later, we asked them how it was going. They said, we're setting it up. Another 6 months went by. We asked how it's going, and they said, well, we got them set up, but we have no one to look at the monitor and see what's happening. And then beyond that, we asked again, what's happening? And they said, well, at this point, the cameras are broken and we don't have any budget to fix them. So we discussed it with them further, and eventually the cameras were taken down and they had no idea where they were.
Wow.
The bottom line is that we gave the 20,000. We never really saw any evidence that they were purchased, although we put up the money. We know darn well they were never used. And if we were to go at it again a second time, what my suggestion to my council would be that rather than giving $20,000, we buy the cameras to the police specs, we give them to them on loan, and if for any reason they don't use them, at least we get the cameras back.
That's very smart. Can we loop you in and have you help us micromanage this?
I don't like to micromanage anything, but I'll be glad to help you at any time. The one thing that's curious to me, our situation took place 7 years ago, and I know that the price of closed-circuit TV has just plummeted in the 7 years.
It's not, I just made up the number.
Oh, you just made up the
Yeah.
number?
It wasn't their request. It was, yes, but I could see how you would see it to be a coincidence.
You're right.
But yeah, if you could, if you could help us with this,
You have my
we're the
number?
ones that came up with the idea and presented it to them and Congressman Cardenas.
Okay, what else you should ask them is what can they use that as evidence once they get the Johns and the prostitutes, they see them there?
That's exactly what we're
They
up
get
to.
the license number down there. Because if they say, well, we gotta be there and make a hot arrest or something, then the camera's just gonna tell them when it's going on and they gotta be there.
Yeah, no, we will definitely loop you in, and this will be CCTV 2.0, and we'll make a better go at it than you guys did in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah,
But learning by doing, and we'll slowly evolve and tackle the issue, so.
Yeah, as far as we were concerned, we just took 20,000 and flushed it.
Pretty
Well,
much. I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
I could see where you'd be coming from on that, but we were the one that approached them with the idea, so.
Okay,
We're not gonna
very
give them
good.
the money
Kenny.
though.
Mr. President,
Yeah,
thank
that's a
you.
lot.
I was gonna stay out of this one, but I remember back in 2005, they had also, the police department had come to us, and I'm a big supporter of the police department. They had asked for money along with Ms. Gruhl, and at that time, Mr. Cardenas, I believe it was Cardenas, for money so they could put up cameras behind the Taco Bell on Coldwater and Van Owen, if you're familiar with that place, because it was getting hit with a lot of graffiti. The other one they were gonna do was over off of Van Owen and Kester, yes.
By the DMV?
Yeah.
Kester and Van Owen?
No, Van Owen, is that Kester? That'd be
Kester and Van Owen's the DMV.
Hazeltine, it'd be Hazeltine, because that area was being hit by the gang, the Salvadorian gang. The cameras never went up. The cameras never went up.
Well, we're gonna micromanage
And nobody
this.
ever knows where the money went.
No,
Now, you say that, but you're hearing from another neighborhood council, you can try to micromanage it, but you're not gonna have any control. You're not gonna tell the police department what to do with the cameras, how to run them, whatever. So,
Well, we'll give it a go.
we've given
and
a
we'll
lot of money to them in the
we'll debate it out.
last, in the last 2 years, we've given them a lot of money. We gave them to take care of the front of the building. We did the lockers, we've done quite a bit. We've never given anything to the Jeopardy program. Again, the cameras, unless you're gonna
Let's
sit
put
there.
a funding request for Jeopardy on this agenda.
Well, they have to apply for it. It's up to them.
We could just decide to give them money. We decide to give Subway $75 every month.
The Jeopardy program
Is null and void?
is not in our jurisdiction.
Oh, well, if they wanna come and ask us for money, then they
It
can,
could
they
be if
can
they
do that.
move
It's our
fire
jurisdiction.
Does
station.
anybody else have any
Sure,
public
that's
comment?
It services
Mr. Howe.
about 70, I think 70% of the kids are from Van Nuys.
Good evening, my name is Richard Hopp. I submitted to several of the board members a formation for a legislative advisory committee. It appears every month I get a call from numerous board members or members of the public on what comments related to what legislation. It appears that certain board members use pronouns to describe "I was told" or "they said." A lot of people want to have concrete evidence, copies of the bills, copies of the findings, and the actual people to contact if they have any questions. Numerous members and stakeholders of the public are tired of being told what they should know, not what it is. It's not for the board to draw their own, to make conclusions, it's for the members of the public to draw their own conclusions.
Do you want it to be a standing committee?
Based on my past experience with this board and certain board members,
Can I see the language?
I provided it to be a legislative advisory committee. That's below ad hoc. And I put a sunset clause on it, and also Brown Act mandated.
Ooh, okay.
It's not my intent to provide conclusions, it's just to provide the findings.
No, any
and that's
educating
it.
that you're doing would be welcome, would be welcome.
Okay, and I would probably have it weekly, the meetings. I would probably want 3 people, and as I understand under the Administrative Act for the City of Los Angeles Advisory Committee, it doesn't, you don't have to have a board member because they're just advisory, they don't.
So remember when we went back and forth on this, we had like a holiday ad hoc committee and we argued about it for like 5 months. Whether if you sit on it with a board member, then does it have to be Brown Act? I mean, my suggestion to you would be is if you don't have to, you know, all for full disclosure, but if it doesn't have to be Brown Act mandated, that's easier for you. See what I mean?
Please don't speak for me. I always make sure things happen. If you so choose, you want to keep the public ill-informed, that's your business. That's
Okay,
not
all
my
right.
business.
All right, we'll put this on the agenda and bring it to a vote.
It's like old times.
Okay, and lastly, regarding the circuit TV situation, what you just stated, I find that very dismayed that you just made up a number of $20,000 without doing a fee study. Second issue, there's some legal problems on how this is going to be done. And lastly, if, as I have pulled, the city attorney's office is a general failure on prosecuting so-called the Johns. They just get some money and that's it, nothing else. And on top of that, city attorney's office does not, in a motion, require the Johns to pay for all the prosecution and arrest that's allowed under the code. So it actually costs more, and it's just a good feeling thing. And I'm just, how this read, I found very disheartening that you decided to bring it up, not them come to you. And also I agree with the gentleman that did specify what happened to the Sherman Oaks Neighborhood Council. Those were issues too, and he said it very well. Thank you.
Fair enough, thank you, Mr. Hop. Public comment, John.
Yes, I would like to make a motion that we create Van Nuys to be the All-American City. I feel that we were misrepresented. I think that we are an All-American City. Canoga Park holds that title since 2005 with some civic leaders as well as Dennis Zine. And I think we should look up the website and let's make Van Nuys an All-American City.
All right, we'll bring that up and vote on that as well.
Thank you.
All right, any other public comments? Ms. Raines?
Just wanted to update everybody in case they missed it that the first education committee meeting was last week. We had like a few difficulties, but everything happened. One of our first project plans is to get, I already have one school bus down. Hopefully another one will be paid for, but the first project is to get 5th graders from Van Nuys Elementary to go to CSUN for a field trip.
Yay.
And yeah, that's about it. The next education committee meeting will be the last Thursday of this month at 5 p.m., 5:30 at the latest. That's it.
Candido.
I have a question for the young lady. Thank you for getting the bus. Who's paying for that bus?
Sahag Krikorian's district will be providing one bus, possibly a second one, and that's just so far. This is very still being planned out. I haven't figured out all the
And the
logistics.
kids are gonna be coming from what school?
Van Nuys Elementary.
Okay, and is that in his district or is it in the Martinez district?
It's a little bit of both, because a lot of our schools shares with Krikorian and Nuys, but Sahag from Krikorian's office has been really helpful, so
Okay.
I just reached out to him first.
Okay, but again, as we saw with Carnes and we're now seeing with Martinez, and you're doing a great job, is that the other side is always doing it for Van Nuys. So, and a lot of the kids that go to that Van Nuys Elementary School are from west of the Boulevard here. So is there any way that you can approach Mrs. Martinez for a bus?
She's second on my list.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of the kids that go to Van Nuys Elementary live in Krikorian's district though, so it's not totally,
But it's
random
about
to happen.
50/50, but again, I'm asking if you can take 2 buses, wouldn't you be happy? I mean,
Yeah, that's why we're working on
That's
2,
all.
possibly 3 buses.
Okay, good,
I've
thank
already
you.
got 1 down though, that's, yeah.
2 more to go.
Very good. Any other public comment? Going once.
Is this me?
Huh? No, not yet. Secretary's report, Jeanette Hop.
Didn't even bring the minutes. Okay, I have the minutes done. Did I bring them? No. I'm disorganized today, you'll forgive me. But I've had a personal problem bothering me, so, a very serious personal problem, so I wasn't able to get to that. I did go to Stacy's education meeting and took care of that. I did want you to add to the agenda to reimburse, and Stacy may want some reimbursements, I don't know, you haven't spoken up yet, but I know I need some because I paid for the $60 for the subs last time and quite a bit of copying. I made a lot of copies for the public comment form, so we'll have plenty at the meeting. I made a new form, which is in my back seat because it's heavy, I didn't bring it in, but Stacy, did you bring the couple that I gave you?
For January minutes, or?
No, you have those too, but I mean the form with the names on it that I updated?
Probably.
Okay, I gave her 2 originals, I also have 2, one of each of the 2 forms. One for funding issues and one for taking the votes at the meetings, and I've revised that for the 3rd time, and I've added Mr. Friedman and Jason Ackerman and taken off Daniel Luna, and hopefully now it's up to date, at least temporarily, until we have an election, and then who knows what's gonna happen, but for now, it's updated, so I've got that done. And I tried to send that online to Dunn, and it bounced back to me quite a bit later and told me that it was undeliverable and didn't say why, which I thought was weird. And that's happened a few times. I finally downloaded a program to be able to do PDFs, which I've done, and I did one of the minutes in that format, but I haven't tried to email it yet. I'll do that probably when I get home tonight. But I have been doing quite a bit of that kind of stuff, so we have updated forms. I did not do this one yet because I didn't know where I'm gonna access that. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I really didn't want to have to retype the whole thing. But if someone would send me one, then I could update it a whole lot easier. I really hate to have to redo the whole thing. What else? That's about it.
What's your number on the reimbursement?
I can't give you the total yet, I'm sorry, because I didn't bring the folder. I thought I brought the folder.
Not
But
to exceed,
I don't.
$100?
Yeah, that'll be good,
Okay.
because I don't have all of
Not
it
to
with me.
exceed
I've got
$100.
5 of the
we'll bring that up
receipts
in a
here,
sec.
but I don't have them all here, so I didn't bring the right folder. So I grabbed one and it was part of it, but there's 2 folders, because I have the other ones, the Subway one in there and all that in the folder with the stuff with yours. You know, the,
Wait, I'm gonna, just for treasure purposes, you're being reimbursed for Subway from January's meeting, right?
yeah,
Okay.
because I went and paid for those. I paid for them, picked them up, and brought them.
Do you need to be reimbursed,
And
Stacy?
then,
for
I
anything?
also have, for a lot of copies that I've made, that
Okay.
I did with the little purple
and
card to
you'll
get from
have the
FedEx, because I
January
don't have,
minutes
because he's got
ready
the
to
other
be
card.
circulated, and we can vote on that next.
No, 6:30.
Yeah,
For the general meeting, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, treasurer's
All
report.
right, treasurer's report, Stacy Rains.
Well, I didn't see it on the agenda, but I emailed you to make Jeanette the second signer.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I think Jeanette is completely trained in it already
Yes.
anyway.
Would be nice, it'd be
Howard,
a
are
whole
you
lot
ready to
easier.
pass that torch?
Indeed.
Yeah, he,
Mm-hmm.
good,
It's
because
the
that
end
make
of
it
an
so much
era,
easier.
Howard.
We just have to make like an official
All right,
vote
so
for
let's,
it.
Yeah.
we'll put that officially on, so
Yep.
it'll be
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
motion
yay.
to make
Then let me just give me back my card, they shouldn't have gotten rid of it,
second signatory.
which would be great, because that would save me.
And you received the 2 missing invoices that I sent you?
Yeah, but I had a problem with one of them.
What's wrong with it?
Okay, I took a pic, so
She has the forms I'm talking about right there.
I have a lot. Basically, the Staples receipt that you gave me, and I meant to send this picture to you when I first discovered the mistake, but the Staples receipt that you gave me and the Staples, according to the statement from Union Bank, has 2 different amounts.
Uh-oh,
Yeah, like this, hold on, let me find it.
I have a
The
statement right
Staples
here.
receipt should be for $51.35.
Yep, and then the statement says 52.25. So I was like, what is that?
Okay, that's, they don't, it's the tax.
Okay. That's,
They estimate the tax, and when the tax comes through, it comes through at 9%. They estimated it at 8.5.
Oh,
okay. So according
Because
to
they're out of state.
my monthly expenditure report, how do I just explain there's a difference because of tax?
Yeah,
yeah,
And they're gonna believe that?
well, that's what it
Well-
was. That's not your fault.
Okay.
they're out of
Oh, it's out of
state.
state?
They're out of state, exactly, so theirs is different.
Was there anything else that was a problem?
No, just with the January minutes, I was having an issue with some of the funding request forms because according to the minutes and the actual attendance, it was off. Like, it said there's 13 yays, but there was actually 14 people. So there's always this one vote that's missing.
That's because sometimes people get up and leave the room.
Yeah.
And I note that, sometimes, not always. Sometimes, people have left, so the count changes.
I looked at it a lot.
Sometimes they came late. I
and-
put late in there for, I forget who it was, but I put late next to somebody's name. I think it was John Henry.
In the
So,
service.
when that happens, that changes the count. But it's not gonna always be the same, because if they've left the room, they went to the bathroom or
I'm going for
whatever,
Operation Friday.
that makes a difference.
Okay.
So I'm going by who was actually there and who voted and who didn't, so if they wanna know why, you just say, well, people have left the room, or people left the meeting, or people were in the bathroom. I mean, what, are we gonna follow them around and ask them, hey, wait, no, you don't do
No,
that.
I know. I can ask you more after the meeting because
Yeah,
there's.
well, that's fine.
I looked at it a lot and there's just something that wasn't like I didn't know how to like.
Okay, well, show me what it is,
Yeah.
cause I don't remember.
Okay. So I don't really have an MER because I'm like on January, still working on January's and December's. So
Well, we
And I
can
have all
still
that
approve the
paperwork, too.
report next week, and so long as you circulate it and
Yeah.
everyone has time to look at
Yeah.
it, I'm sure it'll be fine.
we can try doing that.
We
I
can
ha-
definitely try.
I have all the paperwork too, so if you're
So you're
missing
good,
something, just a
Stacy?
couple-
Yeah.
couple of
Alright, so,
bills.
you know the drill, just circulate the monthly expenditure report, early, and then everyone will have a chance to look at it.
Yeah.
Alright, committee chairpersons reports, all that fun stuff, we can, save that for next week. Alright, new business, 8A, the VNNC to fund CCTV cameras for the Sepulveda corridor. The CCTV feed will be watched and monitored by the LAPD and trained volunteers to alleviate the ongoing sex trafficking that is so prevalent in the San Fernando Valley. CCTV video recordings are also to be used in conjunction with the FBI and other law enforcement agencies. Not to exceed 20,000. Do we have any discussion on this? I know Ron and Mr. Hopp have already spoken on it.
I haven't.
Yes, Donna.
Okay, I also, he's